Yeah, these definitely need more of a clean. I'm sure that Future Rex has put up some crazy thumbnail of these rocket covers painted, looking nice and shiny down over here. Current Rex still doesn't know how he's gonna do it, but we're gonna try to figure that out today. So I did say in the last video that we're gonna paint these rocket covers red, these valve covers, whatever you wanna call them, whatever floats your boat. And check this out, got my shorts on. That's because it is 23 degrees today. Really nice weather. It's getting warmer, thank God, because it's been super cold for the past like 6 months. You also saw in the previous video that I went ahead and bought some degreaser, brake cleaner, all the good stuff to clean all that gunk off the rocket covers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna just interchange between rocket cover and valve cover because I don't know, my brain works weird like that. And so yeah, from the previous video, we haven't really done much with the engine. It's still sitting there with the cover over it because we don't want all the dust blowing onto and into the cams. So we have that all set up there. All this stuff we need to throw out. Let's clean these. Cue time lapse.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
It's nice outside, but it's windy as hell. Anyway, we've gone ahead and we've cleaned the valve covers, and you can see that I got a lot of the stuff off, a lot of this buildup of gunk, I guess, with the pressure hose. We're just letting it dry in the sun, shouldn't take too long. Gonna let the other side dry as well. Go ahead and sand it down with some 400 grit. Do that with the other side as well, obviously. We need to go ahead to Repco as well to pick up some ultra black RTV gasket maker because we have ultra gray, which is good for high torque, but ultra black is better for oil resistance, and that's exactly what we need it for because these obviously go over the cams which fling oil everywhere. Actually, while it's drying, I may as well go ahead and sand it down with some 400 grit sandpaper just while everything's in the sun, because then I can quickly just spray it down and then I guess go ahead and paint it. So let's do that. Stuff like this isn't fun at all. I mean, like, it's better than taking the engine apart and taking it out. That's a lot more difficult, but stuff like this is tedious as. Sanding in particular. Don't know if you can see me there, so I'll stand here. Obviously, prep work is everything, so we want to be as careful as possible not to miss any spots where any of the gasket is, any of the remaining oil and grit or whatever. So if you're going to do this yourself, just be very careful of how you do it and do as much as you can to get that best pristine look. We are done cleaning these valve covers, and you'll be able to see that, excuse the wind if you can't hear me, but you'll be able to see that they are significantly cleaner than before. There you go, you can have a look at that. That looks so much better. So obviously we need to wait for these to dry completely, then paint it, and then actually no, we need to cover it over with alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Just gonna let it dry, but wow, this side came out really good as well. But this is the side that you won't actually see as much as that. So yeah, nice and smooth as well. I'm excited. It's gonna go on good. And about 5 hours later, it's now dark outside. We have everything all taped up, ready to get painted right now, and we're gonna do it in the garage because it's too dark outside, so we won't be able to see. Gonna try it and not get overspray everywhere. Obviously gonna be wearing some safety protection too because we don't want to die early. We don't want to die young. Also, if you saw this at the start of the video, this is what this is for. I don't know if you guys have seen Chris Fix's video of painting the valve covers, but what he actually does is he puts these plastic containers over every coat so that nothing actually falls onto your valve cover job. So I'm doing this just because this garage is full of dust, full of crap. I've got this open for ventilation, so I don't want to ruin this paint work, this paint job. Safety is #1 priority. where safety is #1 priority.
Alright, you can't hear me.
Yeah, you probably can't hear me. We're gonna start off with some maximum adhesion for engine block and engine parts. Primer. High temperature engine enamel. This is what you're gonna wanna use, obviously, because this is an engine part and it's gonna get very hot, and we don't want this paint messing up because it's not the right paint, so make sure you get this paint. I'm gonna follow it up with some, obviously also the same, high temperature paint. And then we have our gloss clear, which will go on last. I've been shaking this can for the past like 15 minutes. And that's what you should do because you want it to be smooth. So make sure you do that. I've done this like a million times, so it should turn out pretty good. Let's go get those valve covers and start painting. It's now the next day and we've waited a couple hours for this to dry. So now it is all done and it looks so good. There are like 0 imperfections. Check this out. There you go, guys. Oh my God, I'm so happy with this result. There's only 1 imperfection and that's right here where a bug landed. As you can see, there's just, but you know, it doesn't matter because this is the side that you won't actually see. We're gonna head off to Repco to get some sealant and then chuck these bad boys on. Let's take some of this tape off. See how well this came out. Nice, nice. Prep work is some of the most important stuff when you're doing this kind of thing, because if you don't do the right prep work, then you won't get a good result. Like, you can spray paint this amazing and have all the skills in the world, but if you can't do the right prep, then your work won't come out good. This is honestly one of the best jobs I have ever done painting, I reckon. It looks so good. Here we go, that's what it looks like with all the tape off. Damn, it looks good. I've also got the air compressor ready to go. If you have one of these, I highly recommend it, because then you can just like pretty much spray everything down, all the debris. It's gonna be stuff everywhere, so yeah.
Sometimes the way it sounds might hurt, but it's all good, cause as long as we together and as long as it's clever, I don't care about the weather, let it rain. Me and my conscience had a talk today, told me when I see the trouble better walk away. Sometimes you gotta space out, sometimes you gotta change route, sometimes
this is with all the gaskets installed, looking so nice. I'm so happy with this job. Probably said it like 50 times, but looks so good. God damn.
sometimes the way it sounds might hurt, but it's all good, cause as long as we together and as long as it's clever, I don't care about the weather, let it rain. Sorta like the suspect, sorta like you gotta get it, sorta like it's not a riddle. Lyrically, I'm such a swordsman. Sorta like the suspect, sorta like you gotta get it, sorta like it's not a riddle. Sometimes
this looks so good. I am extremely happy with how this turned out. Honestly speechless. Oh my God. That's what a whole day of prep work gets for you. You know, there's like some small imperfections, but that's nothing that I could control, such as bugs landing on my paint job. And torque these bolts down as well. They are chipped some paint up, but you won't be able to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just the small details that count. Ooh, guys, look what just came as well. We got some merch that we'll talk about soon. Ooh. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this job. There's like I said, barely any imperfections, and it's, you know, like it was meant to be, which is like my main goals when I'm doing this sort of stuff. Like, I just want it to be like OEM plus. I guess that's the best way to describe it. But we're gonna go ahead and finish up here because there is nothing really else to be done today. There's a whole bunch of packages over there, as you can see, that I need to go ahead and unbox as well. So I'm gonna make that video today, just unboxing all this stuff so you can see what you actually need to do this engine swap. But yeah, here you go. I'm just gonna throw up a cinematic and we'll call it a day. But there you go, guys. It looks really good.
Sometimes the way it sounds might hurt, but it's all good, cause as long as we together.